Completion of the online submission form for a specific record type may require referencing, linking that record to other records. For example, you may need to add an additional contact, associated risk assessment, genetic element, an LMO record, a competent national authority, a decision, and so on and so forth. If the associated record is already published in the clearinghouse, users can simply select it from a provided list and attach it to the new record being submitted. If the associated record does not exist, users can create it directly within the main submission form. This is called inline record creation. In this video, we will show you how to create a record inline. Please note that we are using the training site. Please note that for the demonstration purposes, I have signed in as a national authorized user, and I am creating a risk assessment generated by a regulatory process national record. I'm in the submission form of the risk assessment record, and I have started completing the fields. Now I have come to this section over here. This is the section that allows me to reference my risk assessment record to other records that exist in the BCH, to a competent national authority, and to a contact record. Let's first add a competent national authority. Click on the Add Records button. A pop-up box opens that shows you all the competent national authority records that were published by your government and exist in the BCH. All Records tab shows all the competent national authority records. If you click on My Records, you will see the records that were created and published by you. You can also change the display by clicking on the buttons right here. You can use the free search text box located right here to search for the required record. Type the word and click on Search. You can click on the record itself to open it and preview its content. To select the record and add it to your main submission form, simply click on the checkbox and then on the Select button, and the record will be added right here. But what do you do if you do not find a record that you were looking for? Well, then you can create it inline. Click on the Add Records button and then click on Create Competent National Authority button. And then click on the submission form. You will see the submission form of the Competent National Authority record type. Create the Competent National Authority record by completing the required fields. I'm going to create a CNA record as an example. Once done, click on the Review button at the bottom or at the top to verify the information that you have entered, and then click on Publish. Please note that during inline record creation, the same rules for submitting and publishing national records and reference records apply to various user roles. If you are a user who has the right to publish a record, you will see the Publish button right here. If not, then you will see the Request Publication button, like in this case. I am signed in as a national authorized user, so I do not have the right to publish a national record. So I'm going to click on Request Publication. A pop-up box opens where you can type your message that will accompany your request if you wish, and then click on Send Request. The request will be sent to the respective publishing authority, and the record will be added to the main submission form. However, the record will have pending approval status, and you don't have to leave the main submission form. You can continue completing the rest of the fields and continue with submitting the main record. Now let's add another record, a contact record. Right here, let's add contact details of the main responsible risk assessor. Let's click on Add Records. Again, what I see is a pop-up box that shows me all the contact records that were published and exist in the BCH. I have not found the contact I was looking for. so I'm going to create it inline. To create a contact record inline, simply click on Create Contact button, and then click on the submission form. The submission form of the contact record type will be displayed in front of you. To create a contact, simply complete the required fields. I'm going to complete the fields as an example. Once done, click on Review, and then click on Publish. Contacts are records that any registered user has the right to publish in the BCH. So, in this case, I see the Publish button. To publish the contact record, simply click on the Publish button. And the record will be created and added right here. Please note that you can add and create as many records, competent national authorities in this case, or contact records as needed. Once done, continue completing the form. In this submission form, there's another section where you can add a record that exists in the clearinghouse. In this section, you can add a living modified organism, which is a reference record. Simply click on the Add Records button and find the LMO record you're looking for. Once you found it, click on the checkbox and then click on the Select button. But if you do not find an LMO record, you can also create it inline. Simply click on the Create Living Modified Organism button and then complete the fields in the submission form. And then click Publish. Once you click Publish, you will see Request Publication button. LMO is a reference record, so all reference records need to be sent for publication to the Secretariat. The record will be created and sent to the Secretariat. It will be added to this section and it will have draft status. So as you can see, you can create all types of records inline, national records and reference records. I have finished completing the form and now I'm in the review section. This is my record, and as you can see, there's the competent national authority that is pending approval that I've created inline, and there's a contact record that has been published. Once done, click on Publish. Since I'm signed in as a national authorized user, I have to click on Request Publication button. My request will be sent to the BCH focal point for approval. The request for publication of the record that I have just created has been sent to the BCH focal point. This is the risk assessment record that I have created, and it has pending approval status. Let's go to the dashboard. I now see that the pending requests section has appeared on my dashboard, and there are two records in this section. This is the main record that I have created, the risk assessment record that I have created and sent for publication. It is pending BCH focal point approval. And this record is the competent national authority record that I have created in line within the main submission form of the risk assessment record. This record is also shown here and it is pending BCH focal point approval. Let's scroll down. I also see that there is one record in the requests column associated with the competent national authority record type, and there is one record in the requests column associated with the risk assessment record type. Let's click on the number right here. The summary page of competent national authority records opens, and I see this is the competent national authority record that I have created in line within the risk assessment record, and it is pending approval. Let's go back to the dashboard and scroll down further. You can see that with respect to contact records, there are no requests, but there are 5 published records. Let's click on this number 5, and this is the record here that I have created in line and was able to publish myself. So it has published status. Once all the records are approved and published by the respective publishing authority, in this case the BCH National Focal Point, the statuses of all the records, including the main one, in this case the risk assessment record, will change to published. Once the records are published, the user who submitted the requests will be notified by email. Thank you.